What do you think about Joe Biden helping the migrants?
Gracias por pensar en los migrantes. La verdad que existen países como el mío que están pasando por momentos duros, política y económicamente, que esta oportunidad es para poder sacar adelante a sus familias.
He wants to thank Joe Biden for giving these families a chance to a better life, to being having more safety. And so he's very thankful for the president. Again, guys, I'm paraphrasing and giving you the main ideas of his answer. Okay, now the next question is, what do you think about President Trump?
Bueno, pues que quizás también me pongo en sus zapatos, porque no a todas las personas pues nos gusta que invadan nuestra casa. Pero sin embargo a veces creo que es necesario, pero cosas de la política.
He's saying that, look, I also understand his point of view because none of us would like our house to be invaded. But, you know, that's how it is sometimes, unfortunately. Look, there they are again. Record them, record them, record them. Come here. Zoom in, zoom in. And there they are again, guys. There they are once again. So just as I was going to show you something here I found, I saw those guys on the Mexican side, and you see them right there on the clip. They saw me also parking on this side of the American territory, and they quickly fled the area. So who knows, maybe they were searching for an opening or something. I'm not sure, but I tried to talk to them, but they didn't want to talk to me. They just left. It could have been cartel. Who knows? Honestly, we don't know. Can I verify that? Would you like to be interviewed?
Interview? No.
No?
No English.
No English at all?
Punjabi.
Punjabi only. Yeah. What country? What country?
India.
India?
Yes.
India.
India. Everybody here,
All
India?
people India. Yeah. All people India.
How,
Punjab.
how many? 10?
50, no, 10, no.
No.
15?
16.
16.
Yes. 16.
Together?
Yes.
16. Family? Friends?
No. Friends. All.
Friends. So all friends, 16 from India, all friends. When did you get here? Yesterday? Today? When? Yesterday. Okay, got it. What state are you going to in America? Everybody going to the same state? New York, Chicago, what state?
No, another side.
What?
California,
New York,
New York.
Mississippi.
मैं ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਬੋਲੀ ਜਾਓ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੋ ਸਾਲਿਓ
So New York.
ਯਾਰ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਜਿਆਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਭੈਣ ਜਦੋਂ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਬੋਲੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਭੈਣ ਚੋਦ ਆ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਭੈਣ ਚੋਦ ਆ
Only Punjabi only. No understand English.
But some are going to New York, some are going to California. Got it. But not all together, right? Just separate.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Do you speak a little bit more English?
No.
Got it.
no English, only Punjabi.
Only Punjabi. Got it. Okay. They're trying to scout this area. Are they coming? I hear them, but I don't see them. Yeah, can you see? There's like some papers ripped apart. Looks like they're documents. Yeah, it looks like they are legal documents, right? Well, it looks like they're typed documents. We don't know if it's legal, but what does that say? Is that in Spanish? That is in Spanish, right? All right, guys. So as I was telling you that it's pretty quiet over here. When looking through the border wall here, you can see that there's trash and some documentation. Are you able to record some of those documents there are ripped apart. It's hard to tell what they say. However, with my tripod there, I was able to get some of them. I'm stepping on one here. See if you can zoom into the part that says deportation. It's in Spanish. I read it. It's difficult to really give you the translation because it's ripped apart, as you can see. But there's a section there that says that it seems like the deportation was approved. Again, we don't know if the deportation was from here or from another country, but those papers were ripped apart and they were on the Mexican side of the border. Now, guys, upon looking at this document a little bit closer, I do want to clarify that there is a section there that says the suspension has been approved, but the paper is torn apart and I'm unable to identify what was suspended. And so by speaking to some of these migrants, they have stated that once you cross a lot of these countries, you have to get a temporary documentation that tells you that you are allowed to be in the country for a specific period of time. Now, that can expire, and so they would have to apply for a new one. So maybe this paper says the opposite of deportation. Maybe saying that the deportation proceedings have been suspended. Again, we don't know, pure speculation. It's just giving you that information based on rereading that part of the document. But if that is the case, it would make more sense that paper was ripped apart and left on the Mexican side of the border, because at that moment, the migrant has a paper that says they are allowed to be in Mexico for another unspecified period of time. And so that would probably hurt your asylum seeking case or your first conversation with Border Patrol agents if you show them a document that is saying you are allowed to be in Mexico for another whatever month or couple of months. Once again, I'm just letting you know what some of the migrants have told me. I have not verified such information, but I thought it was worth mentioning. Nevertheless, as I was telling you once again that this seems pretty quiet over here, we know that there's been activity because we saw the tents over there, and now further down this area we see there's trash. So they ripped papers here and they left them on the Mexican side of the border, and there's empty bottles here of water or maybe juice. So there's been activity here. So it makes sense what the Border Patrol agent told me, that things tend to change. They can tackle another area, and then within another week or so, they can move on to another area. So it makes sense. Hi. Hi, sir. Hola. Hola. No, English or Spanish? No? No? Okay, so I have this Ecuador migrant here. I'm going to ask him the necessary questions that no one is really asking. So when did you get here to America? ¿Cuándo llegaste aquí a America?
Hoy, sí, fue hoy.
So he made it here today. You and how many? ¿Tú y cuántos?
Yo vine solo, pero vine bueno, me encontré en el camino con otras personas, compañeros de viaje que también son del país, y estamos 6 ecuatorianos en el mismo lugar, estamos reunidos allí.
¿Son familianos?
No, ellos son familia, pero yo no.
Got it. So he said that he came alone, but he encountered another 5 Ecuadorians, and in total there's 6. The other 5 are family members, but he's not family with them. That's what he says. How many countries did you cross to come here to America? Colombia.
Sí, Colombia, no, yo tomé un vuelo hasta El Salvador.
Okay.
Entonces de allí empecé mi travesía por tierra. Fue El Salvador, Guatemala. La travesía fue horrible por México, o sea, pasaron muchas cosas, pero bueno, gracias a Dios estoy acá.
Got it. So he took a plane to El Salvador. Right? He took a plane to El Salvador, and from there he made it through all of the other countries to get to Mexico, which was, according to him, the worst. So that leads me to my next question. Which country was the worst and why?
De todos esos países que pasaste, ¿cuál fue la peor experiencia?
Bueno, creo que en realidad en todos, porque nunca había estado en esos países y hacer esa travesía es realmente desesperante, la verdad. No puedo.
No hay uno que tú dices, este fue el más fuerte de todos.
Todo fue igual, pero en México hubo mucho más miedo porque decían que allí secuestraban, allí mataban, que allí habían bandas, entonces había mucha más tensión en México, pero pasé igual en todo, la verdad.
He's saying that they were all worse, actually. But in Mexico, he had more fear because of the stories he would hear about kidnapping and stuff like that. And they were all pretty bad experiences. So I'm going to ask if any of them actually stood out and actually had a pleasant experience. I'm going to see if we can find a positive here. Let's see, out of any of those countries.
¿Alguno de esos países que tú digas, ok, este fue el mejor de todos?
Precisamente México. En México nos trataron muy bien, nos brindaban comida, aunque había mucha tensión, mucho miedo, como te digo.
Pero
igual.
dices que también fue el peor, también fue el peor, el mejor. Entonces...
No es que fue el peor, todo fue igual, sino que había mucha más tensión y había mucho temor por todo lo que uno escuchaba, porque en el camino uno escucha tantas cosas.
En México sí te trataron bien.
Sí, pero nos trataron muy bien, nos regalaban comidas, como hoy también han venido a obsequiarnos cosas que han sido muy útiles.
Got it. So he's clarifying. He said that Mexico was actually the best. So I said, but you said it was the worst. He said, no, they were all bad. But Mexico, they actually treated us well. They gave us free food, just like they gave us here. That's right. They actually gave them some free food here. And it was very essential. He is very thankful about that with the Mexican country. My next question is, what are your top 3 reasons for coming to America?
Bueno, mi país, Ecuador, está atravesando por la peor etapa de inseguridad.
Okay.
Creo que no podría nombrar 3, es la única.
Okay,
es la única porque
inseguridad.
Existe casos de sicariatos hasta dentro de las iglesias.
¿Qué significa eso? No sé qué.
Matan personas, matan personas dentro de las iglesias, ponen coches bombas afuera de las estaciones policiales, han matado familias enteras con niños. Entonces la situación de inseguridad en mi país está la peor etapa que pudo haber pasado en muchos años.
Okay, so I asked him top 3 reasons. He said, I cannot give you 3. The main one is insecurity. They're killing people in churches. They also have killed, families with kids. It's just out of control. So I'm going to ask who is doing the killing, because that's a really essential question for the asylum process.
Y cuando dices que lo están matando, right? ¿Quiénes son los que lo están matando? ¿Quiénes son ellos?
Existen disputas por territorio, por ventas de drogas.
Okay.
Entonces,
¿Son como criminales?
Sí,
Pero no
quieren.
es el gobierno que lo está matando.
No. Son disputas entre bandas por territorio para poder vender drogas.
Sí.
Entonces se matan entre ellos, pero han matado muchas personas inocentes.
Got it. So I asked him to clarify who is doing the killing. He said criminals. Let's say he said like cartels that are fighting for territory, like to control, areas to sell drugs and stuff like that. They have killed a lot of innocent people. So I asked him to clarify, is that the government killing its own people? He said, no, it's not the government. It's the criminals. Okay, again, not the government.
De hecho, te cuento un caso sobre eso exactamente, por qué matan personas inocentes. Hubo un caso de que querían matar a unas personas en una casa y fueron los sicarios o los asesinos a matar y con su arma sobre la ventana, y se equivocaron de casa y mataron a una familia completa con niños de 2, 3, 5 y 6 años.
Got it. So he's saying a story where one of those killers went ahead and they shot through a window.
Una ventana, ¿no?
They shot through a window and they ended up killing the families, including kids. And so again, he said that was by mistake. They didn't do it on purpose. They just targeted the wrong person. So I'm going to ask him if they are persecuting the people or the criminals are fighting amongst themselves and the people are in the middle.
So, los criminales no lo están buscando ustedes, si necesario, están solo matándose entre ellos, pero ustedes
Sí.
están como en el medio.
Víctimas colaterales. Sí.
Yes, correct. So yeah, so the criminals are not after them, guys. They're not being chased according to his clarification. It's just that they happen to be in the area and so they get hurt. Unfortunately, that's what he said. So again, that doesn't really apply to an asylum seeking case per the information that is online, and you can do your own research on this. But that's why I need to ask these questions directly to them, because nobody's asking these questions specifically and they need to be asked. My next question is, do you have any family that you need to help over there in Ecuador?
Está mi papá, mi mamá, mis hermanos, mis sobrinos que no pueden moverse de allá por diferentes razones. Yo soy soltero sin hijos, entonces, y como también fui amenazado de muerte, me vio en la obligación de salir. Pero está toda mi familia allá.
He said yes, he wants to help his whole family that's over there, and they had to stay there, and his life was being threatened, and so he had to leave. So I'm going to ask him who was threatening his life.
¿Quién te amenazó?
No sé, nunca supe. Eran personas que estaban averiguando precisamente para pedir dinero a los negocios. Entonces yo trabajaba en un gimnasio y al salir del gimnasio me interceptaron y me pedían información sobre eso, si no pues me decían que me podían pasar algo.
Okay, so he's saying that some criminals targeted the business where he was working, and they were asking for information. He encountered some criminals that threatened his life, but they did not identify themselves, or he didn't identify them either. So that's what he said, that he didn't know. Now my question is, do you know if this group was the government or most likely criminals?
¿Era el gobierno o criminales? ¿Qué
No,
crees tú?
criminales,
Criminales.
sí.
Got it. So not the government, but just regular criminals. What state are you going to?
¿Qué estado vas?
Nueva York.
New York. And do you have family in New York? Do you have anybody waiting for you in New York?
¿Tienes alguien en New York que te espera?
Sí,
¿Quién?
amistades de hace muchos años.
¿Y vas a vivir con ellos?
Sí.
Yeah, he says that he has friends that are going to take him in New York City. Do you plan to seek asylum here in America?
¿Piensas pedir asilo aquí?
Sí,
Sí.
sí.
He said yes, he wants to seek asylum. After you stabilize yourself here in America, do you see yourself at some point in the future going back to your country?
En un futuro, ¿piensas ya regresar a tu país ya que esté todo más estabilizado, todo bien? ¿Estás tú mejor?
No lo sé. No lo sé porque el tema que está pasando en mi país es muy complicado de manejar. Puede ser, podría ser, sí. Existe la posibilidad. Sí.
He says that he's not sure, but it is possible that he could go back to Ecuador depending on his economic status after he is able to progress here in America and make a better living. What do you think about Joe Biden helping the migrants?
Gracias por pensar en los inmigrantes. La verdad que existen países como el mío que están pasando por momentos duros, política y económicamente, que esta oportunidad es para poder sacar adelante a sus familias y darles un mejor estilo de vida y que puedan estar seguros.
He wants to thank Joe Biden for giving these families a chance to a better life, to being having more safety. And so he's very thankful for the president. Again, guys, I'm paraphrasing and giving you the main ideas of his answer. Okay, now the next question is, what do you think about President Trump?
Bueno, pues que quizás también me pongo en sus zapatos, porque no a todas las personas pues nos gusta que invadan nuestra casa, pero sin embargo a veces creo que es necesario, pero cosas de la política.
He's saying that, look, I also understand his point of view, because none of us would like our house to be invaded, but that's how it is sometimes, unfortunately. So I'm going to ask him, do you think then this is an invasion?
So, basado en tu respuesta, ¿tú piensas entonces que esto es como también una forma de invasión? Como tú dices, a nadie le gusta que invadan su casa. Tú,
Quizás, es que depende desde qué perspectiva tú lo puedas ver, porque para mí esto es una ayuda, porque somos personas que queremos estar seguros. Sin embargo, no es nuestro país. Entonces, quizás el expresidente Trump sí lo ve así como una invasión.
He says that it is possible that you can see it like that. It depends on your point of view. But again, he sees it more as a help. But then again, he can't understand why President Trump can see it as an invasion. My next question is, what do you think about the possibility that President Trump could be the next president again?
Bueno, la verdad que es totalmente incierto. Sí lo pensé antes de salir de mi país, pero la situación de mi propio país me ahorilló a que yo haga esto. Pero si eso llegase a pasar, pues creo que el destino de todos los inmigrantes sería incierto. De verdad que no sabría qué pensar.
Got it. He said that if that happens, all of the future and the current status of the migrants would be incomplete disarray, if you will. You know, they just would be lost, wouldn't know what to do. And he thought about it when he came here to the U.S. Well, he thought about it when he was in Ecuador, but again, it's just totally unknown at this point. So my next question is, do you understand that the reasons why you gave for asylum may not qualify you to actually get it in the end? What do you think about that?
Sí,
posiblemente no cualifica. ¿Qué piensa usted de eso?
lo he pensado, pero la situación en mi país está tan complicado que dije, tengo que intentarlo.
No importa si te la
Tengo que intentarlo. Ujú.
He says that, yeah, he thought about it, but the situation in his country is so bad that he said, I just got to do it. So that's why he's here. All right, guys. So I'm here in my vehicle now, and Border Patrol just pulled over. Can you show the trucks over there? I mean, some of them were already there when I was interviewing, but actually a couple of more vans came in, and you see a Border Patrol agent over there. I know it's a little bit dark, but he is actually lining them up. Well, a couple of them are doing that. I believe they are going to start the processing